State legislation making it a criminal offense to enter Texas illegally at the southern border is closer to getting to the governor's desk.
The Senate Border Security Committee announced it and advanced it yesterday. This latest version did not include a provision that was in the original House bill. That provision removed would have allowed law enforcement to return illegal immigrants to the border without first going through a judicial process. Fox 4's Sean Rabb in studio with more. Sean.
Yeah, and two big concerns for those opposed to the legislation. First of all, what happens to county jails that aren't along the border, like Dallas and Tarrant? Well, the Tarrant County Sheriff tells me they're working on the wording of the proposed law. The other big worry for counties, though, the costs.
I commend you for your efforts. This just isn't it.
Testimony for and against legislation that would make it a criminal offense to enter Texas illegally along the southern border. Adam Haynes with the Council of Urban Counties says the proposal is an unfunded mandate. Counties would have to pick up the tab for housing these individuals, but the bill does establish a way for counties to be reimbursed through the governor's discretionary fund.
But we have to wait 18 months to get paid back, and we're talking about tens and tens of millions of dollars.
If a person is caught here illegally, it would be a Class B misdemeanor, punishable by 6 months in jail, and they would have to stay in a county jail until a state agency transports them to the border after they've served their sentence. If people are arrested, should the measure become law, it could add to crowded jails.
And my initial concern was that what happens to the local jails away from the border.
Tarrant County Sheriff Bill Wayborn says what sheriffs want is language added that would make arrests only apply to law enforcement along the border.
What we're arguing for and believe that we're going to get is only if you see the actual crossing or the illegal entry, it has to be on view. So that really wouldn't apply to Tarrant or Dallas or any of us up here. It would only apply to the peace officers on the border.
The Texas Public Policy Foundation supports the measure.
We need it to ensure that Americans possess the most basic element of sovereignty, and that's the ability to determine who becomes a part of our community.
Why are you going to try to do this to the citizenry?
Dallas County Commissioner John Wiley Price says what the final legislation will look like has not been determined. The only thing that is certain is that the new law would come without state money.
And so you're going to dump it on the local taxpayers and law enforcement in a way that is clearly unmanageable.
Well, remember, the ink's not dry yet. Could be many more changes before the full Senate votes. Then the House would have to pass it. But they've not had enough members present lately to take up any business. Some Democrats and Republicans staying away because of the school voucher proposal. So we'll see how the last few days of the session play out.